Hello guys, today we are going to explain about how to create about a good opening of presentation.
Let's just start our presentation.
Okay, the first one is shock the audience. There are many ways to shock your audience. For example, you can show the funny videos, use a prop, or start by talking to the audience member. Ridicule something, but ensure that your shock will have the desired effect. Like you want the audience to remain engaged because they like the surprise or they found it the interesting or not because you've upset them, so they are looking for faults in your arguments.
Number 2. Ask the audience to imagine or think what if. Asking your audience to imagine something or think what if gets them to visual and use their imagination. You can use this technique to evoke certain emotions, which are usually the feelings you experience over the same thing. Emotions are a great way of ensuring that people will continue listening as they are now involved in what you're saying.
Okay, number 3, start your presentation in the future or in the past. Symbological or deliberative rhetoric is when speaker tries to get the audience to take action by talking about a possible future. You can also produce a similar reaction from the audience by talking about the past, using lessons from things that were done well or things that didn't work.
Number 4. Quote someone or a proverb. If you're struggling to create a strong opening sentence, consider quoting someone. However, you must be careful as you can resounding glitch and the quote must be meaningful and relevant to the audience and the purpose of your presentation. If you are using slides, show a photo instead of text when you're quoting. This will help the audience. The first, understand the quote. Next, remember the quote. Let's engage their imagination for a greater impact.
Okay, number 5 is tell a story or joke or reference a historical event. You could start with a story to highlight why your topic is significant. For example, if the topic is on the benefit of pets, on physical and psychological health, you could present a story or a study about an individual whose quality of life significantly improved after being given a cat. Then, well-known historical events are good reference points, both of illustrate a point and to get the audience using their imagination. More experienced and confident public speakers may start a presentation with a joke.
Okay, number 6. Share personal stories. As Aforementioned, the audience enjoy hearing stories and they're even more interested when the story is directly about you, the speaker, because they get to see the human side of you. Consider telling a story about a mistake you made or when life wasn't going that well if relevant to your presentation, and people will relate to this as we all have experienced mistakes and failures. The more the audience relate to you, the more likely they will remain engaged. The story can also be told in humorous way if it makes you feel more comfortable, and because you're discussing a personal story, there is less chance of misinterpretation compared to telling a joke.
Number 7 is point their problem or opportunity. Putting your finger on your audience pain point is another way of gaining their attention because you're triggering an emotional reaction again. For example, you might ask, have you found it difficult to stick to a healthy diet? Then the audience will now want to remain engaged because they want to know the solution and the opportunity that you're offering.
Okay, number 8. Start with a video. A prepared video can provide a strong presentation opening and get people to pay attention before you start speaking. Some speakers show a video as the audience are arriving and getting settled. They may begin by reflecting on the video.
Okay, number 9 is ask the audience a question. You can conduct polls using your audience or ask questions to make your audience think and feel invest in your presentation. There are 3 different types of questions. The first is direct, then rhetorical, and the last one is loaded. Direct question require an answer like, what would you do in this situation? These are mentally stimulating for the audience. The next is rhetorical question. Do not require answer. They are often used to emphasize an idea or points, like, is a Pope Catholic? The last one is loaded questions. This question is content an unjustified assumption made to prompt the audience into providing a particular answer which you can then correct to support your points, such, what does your wonderful company have such a low incidence of mental health problem? The audience will generally answer that they're happy.
Last, number 10, statistics. You could begin by sharing a surprising statistic which you can personalize to the audience for a large impact. You can also combine a statistic with a leading question. For example, what percentage of the population do you think? The audience should be shocked when you provide them with the actual answer.
Okay, that's the end of our presentation.
Thank you for your presentation. See you next time.
The British imposed a lot of unpopular taxes on the American colonists and didn't let them elect representatives to the British government. In retaliation, the Americans started to boycott British goods.
Please.
Good morning. Today I'd like to talk about the causes and effects of stress and how to cope with stress. Stress has many causes, including work or school, life events, changes, or unrealistic expectations of yourself.